How you doing, guys? We're back out again. This time we're up in Perthshire this weekend. Well, you can see from here we're about half a mile to a mile above Loch Fiscale. You can just see it through the trees there and the rolling hills there in the background. So we're going to pitch up today. We're going to put up the hammock, and it's a DD hammock Frontline we've got there, and we're also going to use the 4x4 Tarp. We'll get it set up. So this is where we are at the day. I'll give you a wee wander about, show you. A cracking wee set up here, just like a big roundel of trees, absolutely perfect for what we're looking for today. As somebody's used it in the past, and just purely by luck I've found it. So you can see it's a long time, so there's a couple of remnants where people have been sitting, and there's evidence there's somebody's stick lying against the tree. So I'm looking to set it up between that point there and that point there. So as I said to you, there's a setup we've got for today. We've got the 4x4 Tarp for DD, and we've also got the DD Hammock as well. So I'll show you as we go along. Normally with this I've usually got problems when I'm putting up the tarp, so I've purchased a new lengthy ridge line. So here you can see it here, it's a 6mm thick paracord as opposed to the normal paracord, and I've set up these droppers on the sides so we can take that up. So it'll be the first time we're using this one, so I'm quite excited about setting this up and see how it sits. It'll probably sit a lot better, but we'll see as we go along. Somebody's enjoying himself in the trees. Now that's us finally got it set up. It took a wee bit longer, a jiggery-pookery with the top ridge line and some anchor points, but I'm quite happy with it set up, so it's looking not too bad at all. Quite taut. I dropped the front down again, so that's is in the position for during the day, so we can sit and chill out in there and have a bit of relaxation. And then at night time I'll just drop that down and peg it at the front, and then fold the two sides in, and that'll be nice and snug in there. I've not got the bottom under blanket or anything on yet, but I'll put that on later on. As I say, I'm just chilling out. I don't want to go and faff about now, and I'll just put that on later on, just before it gets dark. So that's the setup. That's a DD Frontline hammock with a 4x4 DD tarp set up in the woods. So as I say, I've done a bit of work earlier on and prepped up some of these for the guy at the upper ridge line. So preparation makes all the work so much easier. And again, done all with the pegs, so there's no any possibility of getting snagged up and not being able to unhitch it. So again, dead simple. I've left a couple of spare there, you can see them at the top just for to hang anything I want to do. Maybe put a wee light up there later on the night, so I've got a couple of spares. So again, they just move along back and forward. As you say, put a bit of pressure on, they'll lock. Same there, and there's a nice wee diddy one there just in case I want to put a head torture through them. So as I say, that's our setup for tonight. It's quite happy at that. It's nice and taut, there's no drafts coming through underneath, so we'll be sorted. So I'm going to go down, and I'm not going to get the smoky tent, I'm just going to bring the wood burner up. It's the original outbacker I've got, so we'll set that up and we'll get a wee fire going inside it, and that'll do us for cooking lunch later on. Nothing better than a good Saturday afternoon just to chill out, lie in the hammock and watch the world go by. Corey one over here as well. Come on then. He says, I'd like to come in too. I can't bring that big stick. That is great to be out on a Saturday afternoon. A bit nippy today, but I've got the hammock all set up, I've got the tarp set up, and it's just about lunchtime now, so I'm thinking about going and put a bit of lunch on and have a bite to eat, and come back and I'll maybe just bring my book up and chill out in the hammock for a couple of hours. As I say, it's just fantastic to get out and get away. So this wee bit up here today, we're about a mile just north or above Loch Fiscale. Don't know if you can just catch it through the trees over there, but absolutely fantastic. Can't beat it. As I say, it's great just to get out and spend some quality time, clear the head, and just enjoy and relax. Now we'll take a wee wander down to the riverside, see what we can see down there. This is a wee pathway, it takes you down to the river. I'm not entirely sure what the name of it is, but I'll check later on and I'll put a link below. And this river flows down onto the Loch Fiscale, Now I've seen in the summertime when I've been up here in the past, they come down with wee bats, like inflatables when the river's in spate, because it's a sluice gate which is up the other end, about a mile, maybe 2 miles further up off the dam, and when it's in full spate they come down here with whitewater rafting, and they do the wee bats and everything. It's quite spectacular just to watch them. But today I can see through the trees, the river's well down, and it's visible rocks and everything, so we'll take you down and show you what we are down here when we get down the hill. A bit slippy here, so that's just coming round to the riverside, so I'll give you your first look at it. It's quite high up for winter time, but certainly no high if the sluice gates are open. You can see the first one through there. It looks quite spectacular there, but when it's in full spate you can't even see these rocks here. They're all covered. I'm sure it's a Linn of Tummel, but as I say, I'll double check. Well guys, I'm building a wee fire pit here. I found a bit of what looked like an old gas flue. It was all crushed and cylindrical, so I've cut it right down one side and I've straightened it out using a wee rock, and I've put that down as a base for my fire to try and protect the floor so it doesn't spread anywhere since we're in the forest. Got some back in rocks here to deflect the heat, so I'm still going to keep looking, see if I can get another couple there. So again, once the fire's finished and cooled, I'll be able to lift that foil and leave no trace. So I'll go and see if I can find, there's no a lot of rocks lying about here, so it's quite difficult it being the forest. We'll find something, we'll know we're stuck, and we'll get this whole fire all sorted out just before it gets dark. I don't know if this is the calm before the storm, but there's certainly no breath of wind at the minute. It's a bit airy, but it's middle of winter as usual, but there's a forecast for a heavy storm coming in later on this afternoon, so we'll just have to be careful of that. If it does come and it starts to get kind of wild, we'll just pack up and head for the hills, as I say. But we'll take that bridge when it comes, or we'll cross that bridge when it comes, I mean. So I'm going to look for a couple more boulders, we'll see what I can find. I was looking for some more stones here and I've come across this. It's a well walked path. So this is obviously the road the deer take. You can see all the tracks in the ground here. So they must take this road down to feed and at lower grounds, or else go across to the river. It's only like 100 yards behind me. You can see as it walks up into the trees, so it must be the path that they take quite regular. So I might set up later on and see if I can see any of them walking about, try and just keep quiet and wait a while. A bit high above now, you can see the tarp and that set up down there in the trees. We have a wee 360 where we are. The snow away in the distance on the hills. Looking down there, you can just see there's a truck away by the A9 heading south. Big house over there, I'm not entirely sure what that is. Again, I'll have a look, and if I can find out where it is, I'll drop it in the links below. The wee substation down the bottom that leads for the dam down into Loch Fiscally. Aye, lovely place. Again, another area I'm just coming out to explore this afternoon for more adventures as the summer comes on. Hopefully up here we might see the trail where the deer have been. How lucky would I be if I could spot one this afternoon, eh? You see the trail walked up there. Now I've stumbled across an old Landover trail, so I've been following it up for the last sort of 15 minutes. Goes away up the hillside there. There's also another trail here, so I'm going to investigate up here, see if there's anything worthwhile. So looks like a big mound of some description, so I'm going to get a wee nosy. Can't help yourself, you just got to find a trail and keep going and see where it takes you. I did say I was struggling for rocks down the bottom. I think they're all stockpiled in here, that's why. It's a big massive mound. I don't know what it is like, but there's plenty of them anyway. Again, I'll just keep going around here and see if I can find the source. I think the path goes up by the side. So we'll keep going. come to another point up here, so I'm hoping that the camera will pick up this. You can see the River Tummel up there now, and you can see the snow-capped mountains in the distance. The A9 snaking up by on the right hand side, but you can also see a bridge. Now that bridge is where they do all the bungee jumping. I don't know if you can zoom in, and with this small camera I can't zoom in, I'm afraid, but if you can maybe zoom in on your screen, you'll see that there's a basket halfway across, and that's where they do all the bungee jumping. I'm afraid it's not for me. I'd be too, kind of my luck, I would stretch and I'd go dunk straight in the water. Beautiful afternoon, flat calm, can't ask for any better. As I say, I'm going to keep going up this trail, see where it leads us to. Well, I've come across this, I don't know what it is, it's like a massive big pit encased in concrete, and it looks as if it's been an old mine workings, the way it's all laid out. So I don't know I'll have to do a bit of digging on the internet, see if I can find anything out. If I can find anything, I'll certainly share it with you guys. But it's now got me intrigued, I need to find out, I need more information, especially about that hole. Why, what is it, and what's it there for? This is pretty weird. All these silver birch, and as you're walking it's like the Terminator film years ago, you're just seeing shadows and things that's moving, and it's just all silver birch and the shadows of them. It's quite freaky. Again, I'm glad I've come up here. I've never been up this part before. I've been the other way up to the right. This is the left hand path. Oh, it looks as if, I say, if it's been an old quarry workings at some time. It's too flat to be just natural. We'll see if we can find anything else. I walked round the top, looking down. This has definitely been mined for something or other. I've just seen my first deer. It's just over in the trees there. I don't know if this wee camera will pick up. I can still see its white bum sitting in the trees. So I'll walk along the ridge here and see if I can catch it at the other side. So that's me walked right round the top and back round this downside. Had a look. We're just coming over to this chamber again, see if we can see anything in for this side. I'm not going too close to the edge because it's one of these ones you just don't know what it is, and I'm not going to slide or anything like that. But it's absolutely massive. It's got to serve a purpose. And it's been here a long time. You can see that just with the edge of the concrete round about it. As I said, the deer run along the side of this, so I was looking for that, and I've come back across to this. I don't know whether it's a holding chamber for water, I'm not entirely sure, but I'll see if I can do a bit digging on the internet and see what I can find out. If I find anything out, as I say, I'll certainly drop it in the links below. Bottom side out here, so it's a sluice gate of some description. You can see the water coming down the pipe there, going round over the back. So obviously that's sort of confirming what I'm thinking about, a holding tank of some water for, unless there's a reservoir or something further up the hill. That would make sense with these, I think, but again, not entirely sure. But you can see it coming through there now. It's got a plug, so I don't know if that's another drain point for something further up. You can just see that halfway down the wee fall bit there. And the turn takes you over to this. That's looking down into it. There must be, it's a wee control tower where I am at the minute. So it's definitely got water in the bottom out there, but what a size of a bit of kit. It must be a big holding area that's come down off the hill, so there must be a reservoir up the top somewhere. So another day when we've got more time, we'll go right up the top and see what we can find, but at the minute I'm just guessing. As I say, there's a wee station here. You can see in it there. Cool. This is what I like about exploring. You go out looking for a rock for a fire pit, and half an hour later you found a big cement circle in the middle of the hills, and I'm intrigued to find out what it is. So I'm nosy that way, but again, this is why I love exploring things. Never any danger around about it. It's well fenced off, and I've never climbed any fences or it's open, so again it's just a meander around the paths and have a look. As I say, I walked right round the top ridge up there, and it was all been, and I caught a glimpse of this when I was walking, so I've made my way around that ridge up there and down a path here and in. So again, I'll hate to find out because I'm nosy that way. And this is the pathway back out, back up and down the side here. And I'll just follow this path all the way back down to the camp where we've got the tarp set up and the hammock. So, I'll speak to you soon, guys. Well, this morning has been a terrible night. It's rained constantly for sort of 4:30 last night. So this morning everything's absolutely flooded. Pathways, there's rivers that are running down them. So it's not been great, but we're out for a wander. Corey's got his jacket on. I've got mine's on. We're up and we'll have one for a couple of miles and see if we can see any deer. Skin's waterproof and all that today, so we're just getting out. And we'll take a wander up here and see what we can see. Phoned back home last night and they said they were getting high winds. We've not had any winds, but we've certainly had rain. Only that was bone dry yesterday. It's now, that's a lake all the way along. Must be maybe 2-3 inches deep. You're running down off the hill. Well, this wee waterfall was certainly no here yesterday. There's been as I say, an awful lot of rain during the night, so and just see this one coming up. Looks like another part. That's where I walked up to the end there. There's a big massive 6-foot gate for the deer. But this is another one of these man-made hills. All the stuff for here. It's obviously been a mine of some description of the past. As you see, you can see it's all been flattened for here. It's absolutely peeing down, but it's warm and calm and no wind. So again, lovely morning for a walk. Well guys, it's been a wet weekend. It's been good. It's good to get out and it's great to explore new bits that I've never been before. So I'm just going to wrap it up here today because I'm running out of charge with my wee camera. So again, as usual, if you liked the video, get a wee thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, just hit the subscribe button and the wee bell icon there. If you click the bell icon, you'll get notifications of any of the new videos as they're coming through. So as usual, take care and be safe. Till the next time, catch you soon. Cheers for now.